Hello, I am Banaka, and this is my review of the LEGO Marvel Wolverine Mech Armor. This is set number 76202. It has 141 pieces, and it retails for $10 in the United States and $14 in Canada. This is a mech. Marvel has been doing these. LEGO and Marvel have been doing these mechs for, I think it's been a couple years now. And this is the third wave that they've sort of done of these single mechs. I'll say right off the bat, I believe this is the fifth mech that I have. I have the Captain America, the Iron Man, the Thanos, the Miles Morales one, and now this one. And I think it's a solid set. It's not. I don't know if it's my favorite of the mechs, but it definitely is one of my favorites in terms of the color scheme that it has going on. I'm a big fan of what they have going on with the yellows and the blues, the classic X-Men colors. And really, I was hugely hyped for this set because it has our first LEGO X-Men anything in many a years. But I will go on to the minifigure first before talking about the rest of the set. So this is the LEGO Wolverine of the set. It's pretty simple. It's not a crazy figure or anything like that. He's got a pretty simple torso, no arm printing, of course, because they're just bare arms, no sleeves. No leg printing, which is, I guess, a little bit of a disappointment, but hopefully we'll get another Wolverine soon in the future with leg printing. I'm a big fan of this cowl piece. It's a nice addition. I believe this is not a new piece, but it is looking good regardless. You can see that he has some back printing there as well, luckily. But he does have an alternate face, which is just a regular human smiling face. And the one that I had on the front here is him wearing a pair of goggles, which I think is a good alternative to the kind of Bruce Wayne headband piece that they use on Batman figures. However, I wish they had included a hairpiece for him in this set without his helmet, so you could have both looks. They just have the cowl piece, and while, yeah, it's nice, it could have been a little better in that regard. The new LEGO Batman sets gave us an alternate hair and head piece, which was a huge, huge bonus. But he just has these two claws as weapons, which, I mean, what else are you really going to give Wolverine? I think they look quite good. The build of the mech here is pretty simple and follows the same formula that a lot of these mechs have. Yeah, it uses this main, I don't know what you call this, but the little torso piece has been used in pretty much all of these. And I think it looks good. I like the printed X-Men tile on the front there. It is a really nice little get, and this belt piece is also a tile. The feet, just kind of use those radar dish pieces, which I think are fine with some studs. It definitely holds up the figure. A lot of the set uses these kind of mixel ball joints, which I think are good for this size of mech. They do a good job of holding everything in place. The hands have these pretty simple finger builds, which are just those little clip connections. And then they have these three blades, three on each hand, which I think that's a really solid piece to get 6 of in a single set. They're a lot of fun. And it is over the top this mech because of those claws, but I think it really does work, and I think it just adds that level of play. I just broke a piece off the arm there. But the arms and the knees and whatnot, they're all pretty basic mech pieces. I mean, not mech pieces, Lego pieces. You get what I mean. They're not adding a whole lot, but they do, kind of buff it out, and they do help with the shaping. I like the shoulders. They look nice and jagged, kind of retro almost. But you can pose it in a multitude of ways and actually have it stay up, which I think is really important. I think having a classic Wolverine stance is a really good thing to have if he didn't bend his claws. I will say there aren't really any issues I have with the build here. I'll actually put Wolverine back in his little pod there so you can see what he looks like. However, this set was delayed for several months, along with the other two mechs in this wave, the new Iron Man one and the Black Panther one, because of the, if you want to call it groin area, where the legs connected to the hips would be a better thing to call it. They had a new connection there, and it wasn't sturdy. They actually delayed the set, canceled them for a time being, so they could fix it. But you can see they're just held on with basic ball joints. I don't have a lot of light in here, so focusing is hard. But right now it works, even if one is a little back compared to the other one, which is closer to the front. It's fine. I think it works, and the mech is really solid because of it. But that's all that I really have to say about the Lego Marvel Wolverine mech armor. I think it's really simple, and it's definitely one of the best mechs that they've done. I think having a character that's highly sought after, like this, get his own vehicle like this in a really cheap and easy to get way is perfecto. I really would like to see something else, even if they're crazy characters. I wouldn't mind a return of Ghost Rider and like a Ghost Rider mech. I think that'd be cool. I'd love a Daredevil one because that character is really hard to get. Punisher, Blade, all the ones in the Daily Bugle that I couldn't afford. All those characters would be super awesome to get. But this is a fun set, and if you like Lego Marvel, if you like Wolverine, I think this is a must-have. Anyways, that's all I have to say about this. If you enjoyed, and if you like this sort of thing, please feel free to let me know in the comments. If you have the set, do you like it? Let me know. If you don't have it, do you think you're going to get it? Again, let me know. Leaving a like really does help. Subscribing is super cool and awesome, and you should do it. But other than that, I hope all of you have an absolutely wonderful day. And as always, guys, please stay tuned.